Okay, so y'all are going to finish this paper today. You should have finished the front and back of the first page. I did want to, however, go over the very last page, but before, let's just kind of talk about this page. Please remember that in a triangular prism, that these two bases, the bases have to be triangles, and that the height connects the two bases. So don't forget that. Once you use the height and you write it down, you need to mark it out so that you never use it again, because you will get confused from this height to this height right here. This is the base's height, so you're going to use that for the area of the triangle formula, which is BH over 2 or 1/2 BH, but this is the height for the PH plus 2B. This is the height of the prism. So please, please, please don't forget that. Okay, if you turn to the back, I want to talk to you about this back page. You are going to make equations to solve these, and I'll do this top part with you. It basically says, how can I use the surface area formulas to solve problems? So basically, they're not going to ask for the surface area, they're going to give it to you, and they're going to ask for like the radius or the height or something like that. So you're going to read the question, you're going to identify the shape, and write down the correct surface area formula. Write out all of the, and I forgot what I put. You want to write out all of the pieces, like if you need a P, an H, or a B, like whatever. You want to write all that out for the formula to identify and give the missing information. So you want to write out the formula. Actually, let's put that. Let's write out the formula. Oh, no, it already says that. So yeah, write out the pieces for the formula and identify the given missing information. And then here you're going to set up an equation to solve. So if you want, write your formulas right here. So lateral surface area of cylinder is 2 pi RH, where total surface area is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R squared. Lateral surface area of prisms is pH, where total surface area is pH plus 2B. So I'll help you all set up number 1, and then you can figure out how to set up the rest. All right, so number 1 says the lateral surface area of a cylinder. So right there, I'm going to underline that. I know right away that I need lateral surface area formula of a cylinder, and it's 2 pi RH. So this is going to be the formula that I'm going to use. They gave you the lateral surface area, because right here it says the lateral surface area is 226.08. So it's going to go right here. Equals, and then you're going to fill in these pieces. So I already know that 2 is 2, pi is pi, the R is 4, and we're solving for the height because it says what is the height. So I basically just made an equation and the height is missing, so I'm going to solve for that right here. You have 2 ways you could do this. I believe your calculator will do it, but I'm going to show you how to do it by hand. So basically, this is an equation. Everything on the right is being multiplied. 2 times pi times 4 times h. So if I want to get rid of something, when you solve an equation, you do the opposite operation. So if I want to move these 3 pieces, they're all being multiplied by h. The opposite is to divide. So I would simply divide by 2 pi 4. And whatever I divide by on the right, I have to do on the left. So 2 pi 4. Now, in the calculator, you do have to put these in parentheses because you're basically going to tell the calculator that you're going to solve these first and then divide. So let me get my calculator and I'll show y'all that. So I just want to show y'all, if I don't put it in parentheses, it's not going to give me the answer. So if I hit in 2 pi times 4, there's no way that the height is 1,420 when the answer is only 226. Like, that doesn't even logically make sense. So you can see that not putting it in parentheses is not going to work. So if I do this and I divide by and put this in parentheses, 2 pi times 4, that actually gives me the correct answer. So if I was rounding this to the hundreds place or tens place, that 99 is going to go up, and that 8 is just going to become a 9. So the approximate height is 9 centimeters. Now let's see if this would have worked in y equals, just to test it out. So instead of h, we're just going to put in x, and then hit second trace, option 5, wait for it to graph. And that does work. So you could do it either way. If you want to do it by hand, you can, or you can put it in y equals. If you put it in y equals, you're not having to do any type of parentheses, but if you divide, you are. So you're going to set up equations and use those equations to solve for the missing piece on that back page.